IntegralOrg helps Alberta nonprofits thrive, flourish, and achieve. We offer education and support via workshops, consultations, toolkits, and organizational development in nonprofit fundamentals like governance, strategic planning, board development, risk management, financial management, and legal support. One unique and valuable service that we offer is a legal clinic. In a legal clinic, you can chat with a lawyer with decades of experience in the nonprofit sector about a legal issue facing your nonprofit. The most common questions that people ask during a legal clinic are about bylaws, incorporating a nonprofit, or registering as a charitable organization. People also have questions about social enterprise, mergers, amalgamations, or dissolutions of organizations. IntegralOrg is able to discuss all of these areas. Here is IntegralOrg's legal counsel, Yvonne Chenier, to explain.
A legal clinic at IntegralOrg is free of charge to you. It's a pro bono service that we offer nonprofit organizations and charities. You might want a legal clinic if you have basic questions about the legal issues that you face at any given time. You may have questions about interpreting your bylaws. You may even have basic questions about what it means to be a charitable organization under the Income Tax Act. There's so many questions that charities and nonprofits have for us in legal clinics. People bring us their bylaws. You may bring us your current bylaws that have not been updated for many years, and we give some suggestions as to how they can be updated and what modern clauses you might put in them. Some organizations come with their bylaws in draft form for a revision, and we can make comments on those revisions and make suggestions for improvements or things that should be in the bylaws that we do not see, or things that most often it's things that are in the bylaws that do not have to be in bylaws. So we can either simplify the matter for you in your organization of preparing new bylaws, or we can save you some time and frustration in not having them properly drafted for the needs of your organization under the specific legislation you're incorporated under. If someone wants to come to IntegralOrg and talk about what legislation we use to incorporate, that's the best use of clinic time, because we then find out, usually from their written plans, what kind of organization they're operating or hope to operate. And then we talk to them about the different legislation that is available in Alberta to incorporate a nonprofit organization. And we go through the benefits of each legislation as it relates to the plans that you have for your organization. We do get groups of people who come to us who have been operating some kind of a benevolent nonprofit entity without the benefit of incorporation. And you may then be concerned about, should we be incorporated? Why should we incorporate? How do we incorporate? And we can cover this off in a clinic because we talk about the liability of individuals doing activities without the benefit of a corporation to shield them from liability. We may talk about structure and how important it is for an organization that is doing something to have structure around it, so everyone is certain about the legal status of the organization at any given time. A charitable registration is a status that is bestowed upon a nonprofit organization by the Income Tax Act. And that's a federal statute, and that is regulated and governed through the Canada Revenue Agency Charities Directorate. So to become a registered charity and get that status, you need to actually be formed as a charity with purposes that are charitable at law, and your activities have to be charitable as well. If you're coming to us to talk about registration as a charity under the Income Tax Act in a clinic, there's many tips and hints we can give you. We can look at an application that you have in draft form and tell you some things that you should change or things that you should omit or add to the application so you have better success. Often we look at the incorporating documents too of the nonprofit organization that you are applying for, and we have suggestions that potentially you need to amend those documents before you apply to Canada Revenue Agency for charitable registration. This could save you a lot of grief for sure. Then we also have organizations who come to us after they've been rejected by Canada Revenue Agency for charitable status. And they wonder why, and they come to a clinic to see if they can get help to save the application or to maybe approach it differently and reapply. Sometimes after a clinic, organizations realize that their issue is too large for them to solve on their own. So if you feel that way, then we are here to help. We can do a customized project for your organization where we enter into an agreement with you, where we outline the scope of services that IntegralOrg will offer. And these are the services that you've identified you need help with. And we do a set project fee that you agree to, and that's within your budget. And we execute on the project using various professionals that are available to IntegralOrg to solve the problem that is being experienced with your organization. You know, if you are affiliated with a nonprofit organization or a registered charity in Alberta, whether in a clinic where we can discuss it, or in an organizational development project where we can actually become part of the solution for you.
If you want a legal clinic for your nonprofit, give us a call. Let us know your issue. We will ask you to fill out a legal clinic form, and then we will schedule your clinic. And remember, legal clinics are free of charge. IntegralOrg is a nonprofit with the mission of helping your nonprofit thrive, flourish, and achieve. Our mission is your mission.